Hey guys, Josh here and welcome to the next Andromeda Initiative breakdown video. So the new one's been released, Weapons Biotics. This is 5 of 6, so we're almost through them and we're getting really close to release now. This being released alongside the gameplay videos they've been doing. There's a lot of content coming out in the run-up and they're really pushing it. Apparently the closed technical test is coming in the next couple of weeks, seems to be. So yeah, that will be out, and then there'll be loads and loads of gameplay then. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get into that so I can do some coverage of that as well. That'd be good. But anyway, let's get on with number 5 then. Weapons Biotics. There's a familiar black hole, wherever it is, thing.
First, but it's a new galaxy. We need to be ready for any situation, including combat. I'm Liam Costa, Security and Response Specialist for the Pathfinder team. Before we set out...
So yeah, he's basically your armory guy who you'll probably be going to in the game to get weapon upgrades. I imagine he'll be like a vendor, kind of. He's a squad member, but also I imagine he'll be like a vendor on the Normandy to go to sort out weapon stuff. Which is pretty cool. And here we have the familiar Omni Blade running up to him in the background.
You need some basic firearms and mobility training.
So yeah, something you notice there is that gun fires extremely fast, and I don't think it's him pulling the trigger fast. I think it's one of what I've heard about is that basically you can upgrade the weapons to have different effects on them, and it shows a bit more of that later on. It seems to be like he's got like a burst fire or auto fire even on that hand cannon, and that hand cannon originally was a really powerful one. I remember in 1, 2 and 3. Was it in 1? Might have been in 1, but certainly 2 and 3 it was in, and I remember it was really powerful. It was like a 1 or 2 hit kill, sometimes 3 max, and it was like boom, like a fucking magnum. So you can upgrade that now to have different effects. You see later on it has like an explosive effect you can add on. They're upgrades to actual weapons now, and I've seen some of like the preview stuff. Some of the press have got hold of the game and able to play a build, and they've said basically there's a lot of customization of weapons, more than just what it was in Mass Effect 3. It was just old bonus stats. Mass Effect 3 you had all the extended barrels and extended mags, all that kind of thing that let you do extra damage, extra rounds, all that. That's in it anyway, but on top of that you have the ability to actually customize what a weapon can actually do itself, which is quite cool. So anyway, let's carry on. Unfortunately, because it's on this player, I can't actually go back like I can on YouTube.
Training. The name of the game is adaptability. Only so much cargo space.
So if we pause here a second, you can see this here is the Krogan hammer, I believe, which looks like it's sort of got these sort of things that look like sort of gravity type things. It's kind of like a gravity hammer from Halo, very similar to that, but on a bit of a smaller scale. There's our familiar Avenger assault rifle. I think that's the Tempest SMG, I think it was called. All very, very familiar guns. I can't remember what that shotgun was called, but yeah, very familiar shotgun.
So initiative.
That pistol, I think it's Carnifex, the pistol's called.
Weapons and armor.
And our sniper rifle, which I believe is the Black Widow. And you have, I think, which is the Predator pistol, which was the normal, like sort of lesser powerful pistol, the faster firing one in 2 and 3.
To be customized multiple.
We have a sword here, which looks like, from what we've seen in some of the other videos showing like the melee weapons they flicked through, I think this is an Asari sword, which looks pretty cool. It looks kind of beaten up as well. It's not too shiny, so it's seen some use, which is cool. So yeah, adding a bit of age to things in the universe, which is always good. Having stuff looking gritty and dirty gives it a sense of realism. And when it's all too shiny, you can't believe that world's been lived in. But when it's all gritty and grimy, it's a lot more believable. You can believe that they've been around a long time. And all these cracks and scratches on these weapons, there's a bit more here. Just you get a sense that these weapons have been used a lot, which is cool.
Times in the field.
Not sure what that one is. That's a different looking one. I think it's an SMG. It looks very much like a Borderlands weapon, actually. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, let's carry on.
There's 4 main types of guns to work with: pistols, shotguns, assault rifles, and sniper rifles.
Right, and I imagine SMG probably comes under like pistols in that category. Let's carry on.
Pistols are your standard medium to short range weapon. Easy to aim and fire, and low recoil so you can shoot on the move. Lightweight, quick to reload. When you're ready to punch it up a little, Carnifex pistol with grenade launcher augmented.
Yeah. Now, oh, what's doing that for? That's weird. It's giving me the breakdown of the weapon for some reason. Oh well. So yeah, this is the Carnifex. Because I didn't know it did this. Expensive weapon, yeah, that's cool. Don't use your Carnifex at your side. It's an uncommon pistol. Uncommon pistol. So, is there rarities to weapons in this game? That's cool. That's the first sign that we're going to get that. So there's going to be, greens, blues, purples, yellows, or golds. So that's cool. If there's rarities on weapons to find, that'd be awesome. If there's varieties of weapons, that'd be nice. Gives real depth to the game to actually go and get better versions of what you've got. That's very nice. I like that, if that's true. Rate of fire is 100. It doesn't say what. I guess that's rounds per minute. Probably. No, that can't be right. I don't know. Damage 244. Yeah, it doesn't say. But yeah. And it's 6 in the clip. But anyway. So yeah, this is Carnifex. And he put explosive rounds on it, which is really cool. Explosive rounds on it.
For the advanced user.
Bam. So yeah, that's an actual upgrade you can add to the pistol. And I think, like I said, we saw that one. There's a burst one. I think there's a few basically each weapons can do, which is very nice. Let's carry on.
Next, shotguns. Perfect for getting in close. Shotguns are simple. For large targets, grouping, or just some extra kick. They hit hard with a
I've never really used shotguns in Mass Effect.
Like all our kits, they're highly adaptable. A personal favorite, katana with laser shells.
Very nice. So yeah, it's the katana. Very, very familiar. They're going through the familiar weapons. Obviously, you get, like they showed in the other video, you get access to different types of weapons. You get access to weapons that are found in the actual Andromeda Galaxy as well, which is very nice. And they have their own different abilities. There was the lock-on ones, and then there was the plasma ones as well, which is very nice. And there's other ones that don't need cooldown as well. They have a cooldown. These ones, which are the ones you bring with you from Milky Way, they have the thermal clip system, so they reload with clips to cool them down. Whereas you'll find guns in Andromeda that don't have that, and they have the old-fashioned Mass Effect 1 style of, a heat bar. So yeah, it's up to you what preference you want to use, which is nice. It gives you that option. Yes, it's the katana. It's a common shotgun apparently. I don't know if it just means it's common to get, or like in the universe, or in terms of gameplay. Does it mean it's a common shotgun? So this is like a white, I'm not sure, or green. But yeah, there's the katana shotgun. Carry on. Yeah, it puts lasers, which is pretty damn cool. So it like blasts them away. I imagine there's probably like a fire round that sets people on fire, things like that for different rounds as well, which is cool.
Next up, assault rifles.
There you are, cool.
High rate
Classic.
of fire for covering fast targets and making short work of.
So that, when he's firing that, it seems to be firing laser bolts, as if he can put the laser beacon on that as well, which is quite cool. You can do that.
Shields. And if you watch your recoil, good at distance too. If you can see your mark, chances are you.
But yeah, it's like a burst, really fast burst mode. It's not the Avenger he's using there. I can't remember I don't know what the name of that is. It's familiar. But yeah, I imagine there is probably a burst upgrade for the Avengers to make it more accurate and that kind of thing.
You can hit it. Augmentation of choice. Avenger with.
Ooh, that's cool. It's really annoying why it keeps popping this up. Anyway, it's a common. Yep. It's just a classic. I don't know why it's not giving me the image, but it's a very classic. If I go back and forward, it's gonna. There we go. There it is. Very, very classic sort of signature of the series, I'd say. Here's the Avenger rifle. Very nice. I love the design of it. It looks so cool. It's so nice to actually have access to this, to actually look at it like this before. You haven't been able to do this before. It's very nice. Let's carry on.
With electrical conduit.
That looks cool. And I imagine that probably spreads to other enemies. So, yeah, the Avengers are very close. Can be very close quarters, but long range at the same time. But in close quarters, it could be really good. If you put that, imagine you can shoot at enemies and it will kind of fork about and electrocute the others and that. So you can just spray around the groups of enemies and just electrocute them all. It's really cool.
Last in the queue, sniper rifles.
Yeah,
the heavy hitters. High-powered, accurate, and long range. They'll take down almost anything.
Nice. So this is the Black Widow. Again, another quite sort of... All these weapons are just the signature ones, and this is what they're choosing to go through in this video to play it safe. But like I said, there are... Basically, this is like one category of weapons. There's the weapons from Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, which are the Milky Way ones. Then there's the other type which was the ones from Andromeda, and then there was another one, I can't remember what it was, I think it was Plasma. And they all had their own abilities. One which was it charges, so it has the charge thing like I said. The Milky Way ones are thermal clips, and the last one was it had like locked onto enemies, so you could fire and the shots would like track towards them, which is quite cool. But yeah, this isn't ultra rare apparently. Again, I don't know if that means it's a purple or it just means it's ultra rare in the universe. We're just not going to know till we get some gameplay, you know, get some in-depth ourselves really, and they're not going to necessarily reveal that kind of thing. But yeah, very nice looking sniper rifle. I really like the designs in Mass Effect, I really do, and I'm glad that they're doing new designs. Obviously they need to do new weapon designs, but I'm glad at the same time that they are keeping some of these old classics through in a way that makes sense, obviously, because they're coming from the Milky Way. They're going to bring their own weapons with them, which is why they're here, which is cool. Also, I'm thinking of probably, especially with the way now you can switch between loadouts and profiles. I've always been an assault rifle person, mainly, but I've never really sniped in a Mass Effect game. I've done it occasionally. When I've done it, it's been fun. And because now I can switch between classes on the fly, I can basically really maybe make a sort of heavy Sentinel that is heavily tech in terms of, you know, sniping, stealthiness, that kind of thing, but then can switch to my biotics and be a really up close and personal, throwing people around and blow people up with biotics kind of thing, blasting people down with an assault rifle. That's the build I'm probably going to go for. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to using snipers because I've never really used them in a Mass Effect game before, so that'll be cool. Let's carry on.
While it's still a spec in your scope. Now, guns on everything.
There's a
Close quarters
lasers?
training is a must. Do you have the finesse for an Asari biotic sword? Or the muscle for a
Oh
probing
shit,
hammer?
that's cool.
Some of you have biotic implants or advanced omnitool tech. Biotic abilities can shape the world.
Again, that shield one, it absorbs bullets and you can send them back at enemies. Now, I don't think you can do that by default. That's probably an upgrade you get for it down its tree at some point. But that's pretty cool. Imagine if you have a massive group of enemies, you just stand up, put your shield up, and just absorb all their bullets and send them back flying at them. It's pretty cool. It's like sort of Neo shit.
And if fighting is unavoidable, they'll be your go-to. Any object.
He's there, he does like a biotic slam, but it turns into like a fire. So that's like a new ability, or it's an upgrade on biotics. It's quite cool. But it has like a fire effect, which is very nice. And it seems to spread out. Maybe it catches other people on fire. That'd be cool.
Object can be a projectile, even your target. Or just toss them into the air and give
That
squad mates
cool
an easy
ability to
shot.
throw people.
When you're manipulating combat at a gravitational level, almost anything is possible.
Yeah, more fire. That fire effect is seen a lot, and it's shown in the other gameplay. It's really cool. It's a fire effect. Or maybe it's just a new effect they've done, that when a biotic explosion happens, these fucking like rips in fabric happen and fire shit happens. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It is.
Omnitools are tools, and they're just as useful for defense and offense.
There's a cloak and a turret there. Very
Tuning
nice.
and training, they can be outfitted to freeze, burn, or electrify.
I'm not sure what I'd do in that. I might say fire maybe. Seems the most useful. But yeah, it's up to preference. Again, it's up to preference entirely. It's very nice.
And never underestimate a tried and true Omniblade. Options are key. I prefer a little of everything, but if you focus on certain skills, you can do amazing things. Biotic
There's the
specialist,
profiles, yep.
Adept is the pass for you. Feeling tactical, Sentinel is the way.
Ooh, that was like a little whip then. He pulled him towards him with like a whip. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know what ability that was, but yeah, he like sort of pulls him towards him with a whip and it kills him. But I imagine you can basically pull enemies towards you. That's very nice. I like that. That's cool. Reminds me of the chain in Elder Scrolls, or Roadhog, of course, with his chain. Yeah, that's very nice.
Getting fast and shake things up, Vanguard.
That sort of rifle then also had like a sort of burst, like shotgun effect on it almost. Yeah, very interesting the abilities you can do, and upgrades to weapons to basically change what they are, basically. You make an assault rifle a shotgun, but really long range. But I guess it can only fire like really limited amounts of shots before reloading or something like that to balance it out. But that's cool.
Have a look at each specialization and you'll get an idea of what they can do, what you can do. Last but not least, let's talk mobility.
There's the good old jetpack, which you've seen a lot about from day one, really. They showed us the jetpack in that very first gameplay. Well, not gameplay, very first trailer they showed him boosting through the air.
Fun mobility. Jump jets. Need the high ground? You've always got it handy.
And again, I imagine that will have its own tree a little bit to upgrade it, because I imagine by default you'll just be able to do like a little jump, and then maybe you'll get like a double jump, and then you'll get a hover, and there'll all be like abilities you need to actually unlock for it, which gives a nice sense of progression to that you'll get more powerful with your jetpack. Also, there's variants to it. Apparently the biotics can turn it, they get like a biotic version of it that works a bit differently as part of their tree. So yeah, it's very nice that your actual skill lines you go through actually can affect how your jetpack works as well, which is cool. I imagine there's like abilities, well, you've seen it when you can dive about. I imagine there's an upgrade which you dive about quicker in the air, so you can really sort of fly around almost. I imagine if you get really good at it, you can basically just chain around the map, basically, hovering and dashing about, completely avoiding fire, maneuvering around to get behind stuff. Really cool.
A quick dash will get you out of an attack path. Like everything else, jump jets are adaptable to things.
One more thing I want to point out is that this whole thing has been on some sort of training thing with like holograms, and I'm wondering if maybe that's part of the game, in that you can basically test weapons on like a sort of virtual reality thing on the Normandy. Oh, not the Normandy. Whoops. Oh dear, I didn't mean to call it the Normandy. Sorry, on the Tempest. Yeah, on the Tempest. I mean, yeah, hopefully there's some kind of... This implies there's some sort of hologram type training thing where basically you can test all your load-ups before you even go into combat, which is very nice to be able to do that.
Things get rough. Nothing better for exploration. The initiative is about a new beginning, pioneering. With the right gear and the right skills, we'll be ready for anything. Everyone has a role. And most importantly, we've got each other's backs.
Very nice. So yeah, that was episode 5 of the Andromeda Initiative series. There's one more coming. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it might be exploration possibly, because that's like the one thing they haven't really covered a little bit in terms of how exploration works itself. And the next episode of the gameplay series seems to be covering that, so maybe this might be what the next initiative video is. So other than that, I'll be back tomorrow continuing my Mass Effect 3 playthrough, and my Oblivion stuff, live stream archives every now and then, and then probably towards the end of next week there'll be another gameplay video they'll release, and so I'll cover that as well. So anyway, thanks for joining me guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.